President Trump has just released a video going after the cartels. I'm going to play the video in its entirety. It's like 5 minutes long. He goes hard after the cartels. Nothing like Joe Biden would do. Joe doesn't want to go after the cartels. Trump wants to stomp out the cartels and protect the border. Let's listen to what the president, fuck that. He's my guy. Let's listen to what Donald Trump, the guy who should be president, what he has to say about taking down the cartels and protecting the border. Just released on Truth Social.
Fentanyl, heroin, meth, and other lethal drugs are pouring across our wide open border, stealing hundreds of thousands of beautiful American lives, and it's happening like never before in our history. Children are being left without parents, families are being ripped apart, communities are being decimated. Our neighbors and fellow citizens are having their entire worlds destroyed like nobody thought possible. Our country is being poisoned from within by the drugs and by all of the other crime that's taking place. The drug cartels are waging war in America, and it's now time for America to wage war on the cartels. In this war, Joe Biden has sided against the United States and with the cartels. They are making more money than they've ever made before, times 10. There's never been anything like it. They're major companies. They're bigger than even some of our biggest companies. Biden's open border policies are a deadly betrayal of our nation. When I am president, it will be the policy of the United States to take down the cartels, just as we took down ISIS and the ISIS caliphate, and just as, unlike the situation we're in today, we had a very strong border, the strongest border, in fact, in the history of our country, and drugs were at a low of 45 years. There's been nothing like what we did just 2 years ago. We will show no mercy on the cartels. Every day, drug traffickers are using the waters of our region to ship their lethal poisons to America, killing so many of our people and ruining families. In addition to restoring strong border security, I will deploy all necessary military assets, including the U.S. Navy, to impose the full naval embargo on the cartels. I did that before, and it worked. What we did was incredible. We will guarantee that the waters of the Western Hemisphere are not used to traffic illicit drugs to our country. Furthermore, I will order the Department of Defense to make appropriate use of special forces, cyber warfare, and other overt and covert actions to inflict maximum damage on cartel leadership, infrastructure, and operations. I will designate the major cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. We will sever their access to global financial systems. I will also work to forge an unprecedented partnership with neighboring governments in our region, just like I did in Mexico. And remember, in Mexico alone, an estimated 100,000 civilians have been tragically murdered or gone missing at the hands of these cartels. The Mexican government, run by a very fine man, the president, is really working hard, but it's not working out. These cartels are vicious and they're violent, and they have Mexico for now stymied. Well, we have to help Mexico, and we have to stymie the cartels. Either we will get the full cooperation of other governments to stop this menace, or we will expose every bribe, every kickback, every payoff, and every bit of corruption that is allowing the cartels to preserve their brutal reign, and it is indeed brutal. Finally, as I have said before, I will ask Congress to pass legislation ensuring that drug smugglers and human traffickers receive the death penalty. The drug cartels and their allies in the Biden administration have the blood of countless millions on their hands. Millions and millions of families and people are being destroyed. When I'm back in the White House, the drug kingpins and vicious traffickers will never sleep soundly again. We did it once, and we did it better than anybody else. There's never been a better border than we had just 2 years ago. It was strong, it was powerful, and it was respected all over the world. And now we're laughed at all over the world. And we're not going to let that happen much longer. We have to take over, we have to be tough, We have to be smart. We have to be fair. But if we don't do something immediately, our country is gone.
All right, there you have it. There's the video from President Donald Trump, number 45, releasing a video on Truth Social regarding the drug cartels on the border security, the hundreds of millions of people that are affected by the drugs, the fentanyl, all the crap coming over without the Biden administration doing anything about it. And Joe has finally decided, I'm going to go down to the border. It's a little too late, bro. It's like 2 years after your wife can't fucking stand you while you guys are still together and you try to make an effort. Bro, she's done. It's too late. You can't reconcile. You're already fucked up. Millions are dead. Tons of drugs are here. I love that Trump went right after the cartel. I love it. Can you imagine being one of the drug cartel guys? They are going to put a target on Trump. They're like, you want to mess with the loot? You don't fuck with their money. Trump's like, yeah, we're coming after you. And if the people, you know what my favorite thing about it is? He calls out the politicians. He calls out the people in Mexico and other countries, says, hey, I know what you're doing, and I'm going to expose all the bribes that you guys take if you don't make this stop. Young people in the United States of America are getting caught up with this shitty fentanyl stuff. They're dying. And listen, it's not just the druggies, okay? It's not just the people that are addicted to drugs. It's the one-time things. It's the kids that are like, I'm at a frat party. Let me try a little bit of this stuff, and it's cut with fucking fentanyl, and poof, they're gone. One bad decision, and they're out. Not the habitual drug users. Those are a whole different problem on this country. The people that are living on meth mile here in Massachusetts on mass and gas. Whole different problem. This is the kind of leadership we need. Decisive leadership. I look at Trump and I'm like, this guy, he reminds me of my father. I wish he was my dad, not for the money. I mean, it'd be great. The loot would be phenomenal. But he's decisive. He doesn't fuck around. He doesn't mince his words. He's not worried about hurting your feelings. He doesn't got a problem coming up to you and being like, you're a fucking druggie. Smarten up. Oh, we can't say that to people who are addicted to drugs. They might get upset. No, you're a fucking druggie. Smarten up enough. Looking at the drug cartels and saying, yeah, you're not bringing that shit here to the United States of America. We don't want it. Nobody fucking wants it. Get out. We're going to shut down the border. We're going to protect America. We're going to make sure our border is fortified and we are protected against scums, criminals, rapists, and drug cartels coming into our country and ruining our society. I love it. I applaud it. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Can't wait for 2024 to come along. Speaking of that, hopefully today we can get the business of the Speaker of the House settled. I won't lament about it. I will just say this. The reason that the Republicans need to stop the crap, the 20 mutants in the Republican Party that are holding everything up, you need to stop and you need to just look at this. Understand this. The Speaker of the House's job is the head of the party. The head of the party basically lives out of a hotel. They go around the entire country raising funds for your party. By the way, 17 of these Republicans that continue to oppose Kevin McCarthy have taken money from his PAC. From his PAC, the little political action committees that raise funds to help people get elected. 17 of you fucking dinks have taken money from him. This is what he does well. He's great at generating funds. You need funds to win elections in 2024. We need Kevin McCarthy circling the United States of America, being the face of the party, helping Donald Trump win in 2024 and help collect money. If you want hard-ass people on committees, you don't want Kevin McConnell. You don't want Kevin McCarthy heading or being the chair. Let him fly around the country and raise funds. Let people like Chip Roy and double-leg takedown Jim Jordan be the chairs for the committees. Even Boebert, she's got some nuts. Put them on the committees. They will investigate January 6th. They will investigate Twitter. They will investigate the Hunter Biden laptop. They will investigate whether there's money laundering going on in the Ukraine. Let them stay in Washington and do the people's work while Kevin McCarthy does what the speaker is supposed to do. Travel be the face of the party, and collect funds so that more Republicans can get elected. All right, take it easy.